Well, fuck. What a great start, huh? Good news is I was able to find a new bond to fit that Ninja Turtles bowl that I found. But the bad news is what was these? All the all the flour I had left over and dry and skunky and a little sour too. It was I had a bad experience just now, let's put it that way. Traumatizing. Like getting hit as a child, traumatizing, but no, it's just a smoke up. So I guess I actually have to buy it. It was also free. I should mention it was like hand me down weed, so I guess I get what I pay for. Yeah, you know, whatever. Shit happens. Especially here. 31 episodes of shit. New. Welcome back. So anyways, I did a edible instead. Just because that's what I was going for anyway. Wow. That is strong. Let me adjust here a little bit. I don't like that either. There we go. Perfect. That's about what it was before. And of course, you know, now that I'm recording, it's a great time for my nose to start getting stuffed up. So we get to deal with that. I don't want to get up again. I already did. So, first order of business is we got some more tab hour stuff going on. Some more beers. This time we got from the... Oh, actually, what brewery is this? Yeah. E9 Brewing. This is the Tayberry Farmhouse Fruited Ale. This comes in a lovely bottle, as you can see, with the full cork and everything. So, right away, I don't even know what the percentage is. This is going to fuck me up. Pretty much. So, barrel aged. That's the next red flag. Or green flag, I guess, what you're going for. Farmhouse Ale, blended with tayberries from your friends at Sterino Farms in the Puyallup Valley. I don't know where that is, but I know that this brewery is in Tacoma, Wisconsin. E9 Brewing Company. This is batch number 4. And is there 12... that almost 13%. So this is gonna do some damage. I will most likely not even pour out the whole thing. Shit. Hopefully this doesn't blow up on me. Come on. Ooh. How strong is this? It doesn't smell very strong. Well, let me... Ooh, that is deadly. Normally a drink that's like that strong will just, you know, punch you in the back of the throat or right in the tip of the tongue. But this does not. It just tastes like fruit, so it's pretty. It's like a beer screwdriver. And of course, as always, we got our Valhalla Vineyards drinking horn. Let me switch hands here. Which we drink out of because we're cool kids. So let's go and see what the... Ooh, look at that. Okay, I get it. So this is basically gonna be like drinking wine or something along those lines. Look at that. It's a nice deep red color. It looks a little bit different from you since I got the light on my side. Let's get the rest of that in there. All right. Bottoms up to y'all. Wait for the foam to die down a little bit. But anyways, so yeah, that's a farmhouse ale. I've had farmhouses before. They're they're decently strong. They're not as bitter as other barrel aged. They don't have like that whiskey kick to them. Oh shit. Still stuffed up. Alright, let's see what this tastes like poured. That's pretty damn good. I'm gonna have to go slow with it, though. Because I know, like I said, 13%. I know what's coming. So, I did start a little bit of new work this week. I guess some more, started working for another drive-thru event, but this one's a bit longer lasting, so I'm gonna be working through April. Unfortunately, it is just, part-time stuff again, and I'm just working in the the merchandising department that they have, mostly doing warehouse work, which by warehouse it's actually like a fenced-off section of a parking garage, because that's where it is. It's in a big garage in downtown LA, actually, which, as you can imagine, doesn't really get a lot of action at the moment since everything's closed down. People aren't really going outside anyway. I made a joke on here a while back in, what was it, like July, that I had made a delivery to a person who said, like, I haven't been out, said they hadn't been outside their apartment, or, well, even been around other people in like 4 months. I bet now it's November now. There's probably people who still haven't been around other people in that fucking long. Since, what was it, March, April now? It's wild. But, I mean, to each their own. I mean, I couldn't see doing it. I don't think I couldn't afford staying in. I gotta go work. Or something. And I'm not fortunate enough to have, like, a, job. But, well, whatever. I think the longest I've ever stayed inside is 24 hours. Like, I've definitely... No, that's not true. Whenever I hurt my back, like a couple days. And that was even including... Yeah, I had like a good 48 hours where I didn't go outside my house. Mostly because I spent most of it, on my floor, which sucked. And that's counting even just like going outside to like go to the porch or whatever, which I didn't need to since my back was all fucked up. Oh man, yeah, this is gonna hit me hard later, probably while you're watching. But about my back, I mean, I'm still... Well, one of the things that really got affected was because it was hit my sciatic nerve in my back that goes down my right leg, and I lost a lot of feeling and function in my right foot for a while, and it's... Oh god, I got like a booger that's going, back down into my throat, and it's like I either gotta sneeze it or just swallow it down. But anyways, yeah, I've been getting a lot of functionality back in the foot, but which means I'm also at the stages where like numbness starts to go away and things just like itch a lot. Which actually I'm almost out of that too, but oof. And there's a spot like around the knuckle of my big toe that's been numb-ish for the last few months, and that started hurting again earlier. But I don't know. Things are getting back to normal, kind of, sort of, finally. Speaking of, one thing I used to do, I guess technically I could say a few years back, is I used to do spin class for fitness, just because it was it was better for me cardio wise, because I don't know, I'd always had back problems until now, really. But it was slower impact than like running or something like that, which I gotta start doing that again soon here too. I gotta go get my ankle looked at again, and then hopefully from there I should be fine. But I would do the bikes, for a while, because like I said, it was good on my back, right? And also, I had a friend who was teaching a while back, which it's like as far as classes, I mean, I don't think I could ever do like a personal trainer, you know what I mean? I just don't like the idea of someone just like telling me what to do for an hour at just every second of that hour. It's too much for me. But a class I could do, that's like I'm okay with, especially now. Well, now I've had to look for other things because, like I said, I used to have a friend who taught, for in downtown a few years back, and then in Santa Monica. But they actually closed down, not because of COVID, but they closed down like a year ago now, a little over a year ago now, last summer. That was all just due to funding. They just picked wasn't a spot, and it was a little too big for what they got. But and she's also not my friend anymore, so that's a whole different story. Ooh, got a bubble there. Anywho, I did find, I'd been trying to look for other classes, especially now that everything had had shut down. It's kind of hard because apparently, with gyms and stuff, the first person that they forget to rehire is whoever keeps track of like their website and all that shit. So all the information about like schedules and stuff like that is just completely wrong. Like I found another gym that I was checking out that they do, this is even newer now, they do a climbing class, or it's cardio class, but it's with climbing machines. So I want to try that out when they come back. That looks cool. But the thing is that they still have like classes you can buy, and they still have a schedule. And I very nearly paid and signed up for it until like I for whatever reason I ended up looking on Yelp a while back, and it was like several comments down. It's like, hey, this place is closed because of COVID. And I'm like, well, fuck. Okay. And they did reopen for a little bit, for like a couple weeks, I think it was, and then we had that second shutdown here, which I think was kind of bullshit, but that's a whole other matter, whole political thing. Which I did vote earlier, finally today. Oh fuck. On the day before, if you're listening to this, I didn't put it up on social media. I didn't put it up on Instagram. There's no pictures of me being like, yeah, I voted. I didn't have a picture of me dropping the thing in the fucking box. And I didn't even take the sticker off the page. I couldn't get it off, actually. Whatever. I'm not I'm not a virtue signaler like that. I just voted for because I did. So fuck off. A lot of things on the California ballot, at least, were well, there was a lot of school district positions, and I mostly focus on people who had who were trying to come up with some sort of plan in relation to homelessness, which sounds odd. You're thinking like, wait, schooling, like, what's that? What school has to do with homelessness? Well, education, being educated has a lot to do with homelessness. And see, I think, well, not I think, I know that, you know, mass homelessness is sort of a generational problem, because there's many reasons for that problem to happen in the first place, such as, you know, mental health, drug use, and of course, you know, financial and whatchamacallit, yeah, financial demographic issues. It's just all different things. You know, it's like they said, it's not a simple housing crisis either. You know, you can't just take like all the homeless people off the street and just put them in like a building. They would fuck it up. Again, because of, you know, the mental and the drug health problems. So the reason that I, at least with the school district stuff, I favored people who had some experience in dealing with homelessness, is because I feel like they would more understand the types of the types of education and the type of reinforcement needed to keep people in education, so that they would be less likely to suffer from homelessness, or also to have the type of education to, you know, maybe somewhere down the road be able to actually contribute to ending homelessness. Because, you know, not just with that, but a lot of the problems that we have in the U.S., you know, they are very generational. You know, you know the old saying is it takes a long time to build something up. It takes an instant to knock it down. And part of the problem is that we kind of have a sort of a shitty education system now, especially in the public sector. Now, you can go to, I'm sure there's plenty of private schools that well, they probably have a great education system, most likely, especially the more that you're willing to spend for them. And well, if you go to like a smaller states, or like it's lesser populated areas, you know, they're not going to have a lot of private schools in general, and they'll only have, you know, a handful of public schools. Like in my hometown, we had one very small private Catholic school. And then we had, like, you know, Aberdeen Central, which was the school, and it was public. But I mean, it was basically the only school. Like that private school didn't count. We didn't. They weren't big enough for anything. I think they had like half a basketball team, and that was pretty much it. Jesus wasn't just their sixth man; he was also their fourth, and their fifth, and maybe their first. And probably the water boy as well. But I digress. The point being is that since that public school was the main focus, was really the only focus, you know, they had the resources that were needed. But you go to, but the thing is, you know, compared to like a major metropolitan city, which is the majority of the U.S. population is made up in these cities. So it is important to actually, you know, have some sort of focus and legislation that affects those people. Because it's like they say, you know, land doesn't vote, people do. So, you know, you look at public schools within a major metropolitan area, they don't have the benefits of having all the focus of the school board and all the funding and all that stuff, they just don't get a lot. And I mean, I've talked before too to like some of my coworkers at my venues who like also do security work at some schools, just kind of around, I was gonna say around town or around the city. And they say basically like what I'm saying now. The private schools are great and all that, but like some of the public schools they end up going to, even like right in the middle of town, that's like, it's like, you remember that movie The Substitute, where all the where like the different halls were like separated with guards and chain link fences, and they were doing fucking drug deals in the from like the janitor's closet. Like, it's like that. It's just fucked up. And obviously, those kind of settings, but the point being is that if you have to come up in that kind of a setting where your school is just complete shit, you're not going to, on average, I mean, obviously you're going to have some breakthrough stars who you manage to go on and go to school, but it's like 1 every 2 years in a situation like that, instead of having like a good graduating class. You'd still have shit, and on average you won't have the kind of people who can actually solve problems. And I mean, I guess if you're running a system where you don't want people to realize that they're being screwed over and you don't want them to solve the problems for your own benefit, then I guess I could see how that's a bad thing. Or, well, it is a bad thing. I mean, I guess I could see, why that's happening the way it's happening, but it's bad. Anyhow, so that's kind of what influenced my voting at that part. And then there was some of the other propositions too I went into. This is already starting to hit, so I'm not going to get too technical with a lot of that stuff, because as you notice, whenever I get fucked up, my voice kind of like starts to slur and run together the way it does. So what we are going to do is we're going to get into little post-apocalypse for your ass. Okay. I got some, I swear. With a show. Oh, nice. Small amount. First up, Miley Cyrus working on a Metallica covers album. Could be interesting. I've never been a huge Miley Cyrus fan. Admittedly watched too much Hannah Montana in my last semester of college when I only had one class. Because all I really did was just watch TV, pretty much. But, yeah, I don't know, because, like, she's kind of made it out of the child star gauntlet, in a way. Like, she went through the whole, like, rebellious, a fucking crazy phase, and is now kind of more of an adult, albeit, I guess you could say tainted by being ultra famous, unfortunately, but still an adult, and knows a thing or two about music. But which, her godmother is Dolly Parton, of all people. So she knows a thing or two about music. So this could be interesting. I mean, I probably won't, or anything like that, but I'll give it a listen to. Next up, Japan to release radioactive Fukushima water into ocean. So we're going to be having Godzilla eventually here one of these days. Probably like, oh no, America being all crazy again. Get us the fucking lizard. They got lizard people, we got lizard titans. Fuck you. Oh, we'll see what happens. Or maybe it'll just be like a mega fish. Maybe we'll get like a mega fish or something like that. swallow whaling boats whole. And then be like, oh no, fuck me. But either way, that's not good. That doesn't really sound characteristic of them either. Because the Japanese culture, they aren't very wasteful. That's more other countries in the mainland Asia that you're going to experience that kind of thing. But whatever. I mean, it could be misleading too. I mean, it might just be more like, it's not pure water, but it's not like it's maybe only like, infinitesimally more radioactive than actual water is. Let's see. Radioactive cooling water. And I think if I remember right, the Fukushima plant was the one that, yeah, I don't know, man. It says it's being treated, but who knows? Oh, Jesus Christ. The next one, if I can pull it up. Maybe. Yeah, so I want Apple News. Continue. Alright, so we're going to skip that article. It was another Sturgis one. Like, it was just more of the same shit. Like, yes, it was a problem. It still is. Alright, next one. No, I do not want to subscribe to your fucking magazine. Son of a bitch. Alright, I guess we're skipping that one too. Here we go. Restaurants launch class action lawsuit against California to recover $100 million in permit fees. Which, when was this? This was on the 27th of October. So, yeah, people are starting. Oh, people have been pissed in California over lockdowns and the related stuff, and now it's starting to come back to bite people in the ass. And also now after this, apparently the California Supreme Court, I guess, managed to win a lawsuit that the governor can't do like any more lockdowns or anything like that. Which, I guess assuming that people don't just like go nuts and start partying and shit, if it's done right, like we can, come back. I mean, it's still, I mean, we still have problems, but everybody has problems. At least we'll have less problems, because, the problem with COVID more now isn't, I mean, yes, there's obviously a lot of people dying, but, I mean, the problem now, more than that, is the financial burden that we're looking at, that we put on ourselves, really. And it's all because of a bunch of fucking scared little bitches and private school cunts who never had to deal with anything. Kind of fucked it up for the rest of us, pretty much. I digress. Let's move on. This is the last one I have. Fuck American Idol. Alice Cooper, Lizzie Hale, and more to host competition for original bands. That'd be worth watching. Alice Cooper is, of course, from the Alice Cooper band. Lizzie Hale is the lead singer from Hailstorm. Let's see. Oh, and it's also going to be Gavin Rossdale from Bush. And Tosin Abasi from Animals as Leaders. They are a instrumental band. And Kellen Quinn from Sleeping with Sirens, which I do not know. Oh, and also one of the hosts from XM's Octane channel. And some interviews with some MTV people. So that should be interesting. That would be a cool show. Actually, I wouldn't mind checking it out. I mean, I don't really like reality contest shows anyway, because they're fucking dorky. So like that aspect of it is probably gonna suck, but I like what they're doing. You know, they're helping out the small guy, I guess. And so now I'm gonna help myself to getting the fuck out of here. Alright, I'm back, and I lied. I don't have anything else going on for to talk to you guys about anyway. So what you can do is, if you like this podcast, which I know you do, and you like me, of course, go ahead, like and subscribe here on YouTube, on iTunes, and also pretty much anywhere else you get podcasts. Check out Multi-Murdy Media on Instagram and on Facebook. I got the links in my down below. It's just the one website, and then it has all the links from there, so you don't have to, click one link and then go back, click another link, go back. It's just all right there for you to check out. And I put the important ones at the top. So like it's gonna be basically the YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Twitch, and then just like all the different podcast links, if you're so inclined, depending on what you want to use. I know there's a lot of different podcast apps out there, which I don't know who even really uses them, but hey, we're on them. That's all that matters. Check out this show, or keep watching this show, Jankity Ass Podcast. If you like something different, if you're into hobbies and stuff, check out my other channel here on YouTube, Poncho's Paint Booth. Or not other channel, other playlist. And also, I now have the Twitch channel up, the Gutsy Ass Gamer, in which, in this case, to start out with, I'm playing Fallout 4 in survival mode. And it's going to be a while, so there's going to be a lot of content for that. But, again, that's also here on YouTube. This comes out usually either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. The Paint Booth, when it comes out, is on Thursdays. It's a unbroken schedule so far. I mean, I might end up with a few times where it skips a week or something like that. And then the Gutsy Ass Gamer, there's no set schedule, because it's just kind of whenever I get to it, and I don't set a schedule. I just publish immediately whenever I manage to finish the video and get it uploaded. Same goes for my actual playing on Twitch. I haven't. I will eventually announce like when I'm gonna go on for y'all to check it out. But at the moment, it's just whenever. I had a few I had like up to 3 viewers on one of my. That ain't shit, really. But hey, it's something, There's a lot of people in this world who have 0 viewers. Also, if you do follow me on Instagram, which you should, I'm still waiting to get some DMs and stuff. I'm still waiting for some shit I can read off to everybody, or what have you. So, yeah, follow me, check it out, leave some comments, leave some DMs, and I'm gonna try and get sponsored at some point too. So let's get some views up, let's get some ads rolling and shit, Anyways, I will see you guys next week.